Okay, so right now on the regular All-American show and everything like that, I am up to like season 4, episode 10ish. I'm not gonna go too much in detail because I'm not trying to spoil it for y'all people, especially if you're just getting started with the series. But so far, it's just like it feels like we're back to square one again, and I don't know, just like how things are off. Like I think I'm in the range of episode 5 to 10, somewhere there. I just feel like it's going really slow right now. Like all of the action seems to be like kind of repeating. It just like feels like I'm used to this part. Like it's supposed to, like, let's say somebody gets like something happens to people, like, you know, real life things, like, you know, kidnappings, crime, all that stuff happened, and it's like they discuss things and things happen in the beginning, but then like things happen again later on, and it's just like, okay, well, like, is that how you're gonna be continuing the plot? I don't know. It's just like at some point I feel like with some shows and all that, it's like you have to find something else to like keep the plot going. But I really think it's really interesting with All American Homecoming that, like, I watched the trailer so far in just like the first 30 seconds of it. I think it's really cool, like how it's like showing different perspective of somebody other than Spencer James. Now I know they show perspective of his girlfriend and the, I know they show the perspective of, you know, his coach Billy and his family, and, you know, just different people, but like it focusing on like another sport and all that. I think that's a really cool concept, and, you know, who knows where it's going to turn, if they're going to do another sport and this and that and continue this on even further years more along. But I just think that whole thing is really cool, and like I'm excited to watch this, but I just hope that they will be creative with the plots, and like it was pretty good. Like, don't get me wrong, like, All American was really good, but I hope that they'll find something else to be able to like make this interesting and not feel like it's literally the same thing I'm watching from All American. But at the same time, Simone, she wasn't really involved with drugs and all that, really, or gangs and all that, so it's not like likely that Paul will be about that stuff, because I think it's like not everybody's going through that. Like not everybody's in a gang or like doing all stuff like that. She grew up in a different household in a way, even though she lives in the same area. Like, you know how we can all like do different paths, right? And so it'll be interesting to see her experience. So I'll see y'all back then after I'm done watching this. Y'all, I fell asleep watching this show. Oh my gosh, I know I look a little bit recrusty right now, but look at this, like I literally undid all my hair. Besides the point, that show is actually like so good. Like I'm actually pretty much hooked on. Now there's a few things that I'll be like, not too fan of. But for the most part, I really like it. Right now I'm like an episode like 4 or 5, to be honest. I watched like a good amount yesterday, and they're like a good 40 minutes and all that. For the most part, I'd say it still has like that All-American vibe and all that, but like minus the drugs and the violence part. You know, I really like the direction it's going with, and usually with shows I don't really like the first episode, but this one I really got hooked on. It was pretty good, and I was like, that's why I watched more. And I meant to go like update y'all then yesterday, but then it was just so good. I was like, I cannot help myself. And just one thing so far that's really bothering me, it's just like the characters. And I know I struggle with this myself, but just like being honest with yourself and with others. Not like I go around lying, but just like sometimes there's like the truth that like you feel in your heart, but then like you can't really say to people, like when you feel some type of way, regardless what it may be. That's what a lot of the characters are struggling with right now, and it's kind of a pet peeve, because I'm just like, girl, I'm rooting for you, boy, I'm rooting for you, but I want you to do something about it, but they're not, and it's just like, oh my gosh. But other than that, I think All American Homecoming is really good, and I'm sad it's not on Netflix, but you can watch it on CW. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Peace, is already out.